Good morning. This is Mike Houston with your Saturday morning weather hazard briefing for southeast Idaho. Looking at the key points for the forecast period, we expect numerous showers and scattered thunderstorms today under a southwest monsoon flow. Drier conditions with soaring temperatures will follow Monday and Tuesday as a high-pressure ridge surges north through the region. The ridge breaks down, and we see a return to monsoon flow with scattered showers and thunderstorms Wednesday through Saturday. Our weather risk matrix reflects those sentiments, so I won't spend any time on that. Looking at our storm track for today, we see a low-pressure trough, which has been parked up along the Canadian coast, beginning to advance into southeast Idaho. We continue to see a monsoon flow working up out of the Great Basin into southeast Idaho, and the intermingling between those two flow patterns will produce the widely scattered showers and thunderstorms across the region today. Taking a look at our radar depiction, starting this morning and continuing through noon, we see a broad area of widespread showers and thunderstorms here across the Snake Plain and primarily the southeast highlands, where the best moisture source is located. Looking further north, the leading edge of that incoming trough is delineated with the line of showers that are working through the Salmon Chalice region. As we work into the afternoon hours, we get to see the progression of that, especially that line of convection that was working through the Salmon Chalice, now working into the south zone, spilling out into the Snake Plain and then into the northeast highlands as we get into the evening hours. As that trough advances across the region, we do also see much of this monsoon moisture now beginning to get shunted east, and things beginning to at least settle down later this evening across the southeast highlands. With all that moisture across the region, particularly the monsoon push up here across the southeast highlands, the Weather Prediction Center has us, or continues to have us, under an excessive rain outlook. Looking at high temperatures today and underneath the monsoon flow, we should see relatively mild temperatures here in the Snake River Plain, generally in the lower 80s. Get up into the central mountains, it could be in the mid-70s to lower 80s. And generally under the heart of the monsoon flow across the southeast highlands here, only into the mid-70s. Looking at the minimum RH today, you see that reflected quite well too. We'll struggle to see minimum RHs bust through the 50% level today across the southeast highlands. We have a fairly decent gradient as we work our way up into the central mountains, especially up here into the Salmon Breaks region, where minimum humidity still remain fairly dry, 15 to 20%. Advancing to Sunday and looking at our storm track, that trough now is well off to the east. We have the high-pressure ridge beginning to make its way into the Four Corners region and at least begin to surge north through the Great Basin. This low-pressure system off the northern California coast will help in that regard in pumping the ridge up across the region here Monday and Tuesday. Looking at high temperatures for Sunday and that interlude period, we see at least mild conditions with highs in the 80s here in the Snake River Plain and Central Mountains, and lower 80s here across the southeast highlands. We see minimum humidities during the day, still fairly dry up here in the Salmon Breaks and Limhi region, and then transitioning drier here in the Snake River Plain and southeast highlands, where we're starting to see readings now in the mid-teens to mid-20s. As we work our way out to Monday, we see the storm track here with the high-pressure ridge surging north through the region. That'll bring much warmer temperatures to the region here. Looking at the highs peaking on Tuesday with readings generally in the 90s here in the Snake River Plain, maybe even approaching 100 down here near Shoshone. And then readings once again in the upper 80s and 90s in the Central Mountains, and 80s and lower 90s here across the southeast highlands. With the warmer temperatures, as you would expect, daytime minimum humidities now plunging into the teens here across the Central Mountains and Arco Desert region, and generally in the teens to lower 20s here across the southeast highlands. The ridge begins to break down and move east on Wednesday as this low-pressure system begins to lift up into the Washington and Oregon border region, and subtropical moisture surges north through Nevada into southern Idaho. So we should begin to see another round of showers and thunderstorms across the region here Wednesday afternoon and continuing into Saturday. High temperatures on Thursday under that monsoon flow. Again, much milder with highs generally in the 80s here in the Snake Plain, upper 70s and 80s in the Central Mountains and Southeast Highlands. You see an increase in minimum humidity expected through the day, especially across the Southeast Highlands and portions of the Snake River Plain. Still fairly dry up here in the Salmon Breaks and Lemhi region with readings in the 15 to 20% range. I think I get that right. Okay, summarizing what we have going on here for the forecast period. Numerous showers and scattered thunderstorms under the southwest monsoon flow today. Drier conditions with soaring temperatures should follow by Monday and Tuesday as a high-pressure ridge surges north through the region. That ridge breaks down with monsoon flow returning to the area by Wednesday and continuing through Saturday. That's all I had for you here this morning. If you had any comments or questions, please reach out to us either on the phone or Facebook or Twitter or whatever trips your trigger. Take care today.